The following video is made possible by contributions of comments made to your local Echo One Eyes Only YouTube station by viewers like you. Thank you. Sorry, couldn't help myself. Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. In my continuation of trying to help the Skyrim community through the issues that is plaguing it in the special and anniversary editions because of the recent 1.20 patch, today I have a very special video for you, and that is because this is made possible only because of you. These are your fixes and your observations. These are things that you have done that have worked for your game. I have gone into each of the recent videos dealing with the issues of the 1.20 update where you have commented and gone through the comments one by one as best as I am able, trying to find and save information that you have provided there, things that worked for your game that may indeed work for others. Now, there will be some things to say about that, but I need to get into something else first. PC users. Unfortunately, I really couldn't find anything for you. I know there are a few of you here that found your way to me. There is some just general information that might be helpful to you at the end, but there could be information throughout the video that is helpful to you, so if you want to, you might find something here that is useful. Xbox users. There is very little bit that I have found for you. I put that at the very beginning of the video. But again, as with the PC users, there may be information throughout the video that is helpful to you, even though it is PS4 related. That is the reason why Xbox and PC users, I set aside an entire video for its page so that you can more easily find and communicate with each other there with your potential fixes and issues that you have. It's the best that I am able to do for you. Okay, so now what I want to state is, first of all, I want to again thank each and every one of you that has commented with your issues, with your fixes, any information that you have provided to do with your fixes, things that you have observed in your game and testing it can be very helpful to other players. So I want to thank you. Now, because this is information provided by other players, all of which have varying degrees of knowledge of the game, myself included, of course, the information in this by no means will be 100% accurate. The fixes contained within, they worked for those people. However, some things to remember is that they worked for those people at the time. Those people could have had issues later on that I didn't find, I am unaware of. Just because it did work for them, it may not work for you. They could have a completely different setup from you. They could be running more or less CC or mod content than you. So please just know that because it worked for one person, it's not going to work for many others. But there is a possibility, which is why I have done this. And this took quite a long time. And on that, I just want you to know that if you don't see your fix, if you're somebody who commented a fix or something that you thought was very important and you don't see it here, please do not be offended. Every one of your comments is just as important whether it is in this video or not. It's just that I had to go through multiple videos with tons of comments, issues and everything, trying to find stuff that I thought would be helpful. I know I've missed stuff. I know that it was not easy, and I've been working on this all day. So just please know that I am grateful to all of you, and everybody's information, no matter how big or small, matters. The reason that I made this video is because your information will over time get lost in the sea of comments, and if there is something that can be helpful, I wanted to try to get it to you in the best, easy, accessible way possible. It is my sincerest hopes that this will help you. And I know this is a long introduction, but I just wanted you to know the reason for this video. So with that said, let's get into your fixes, which will be the first things in here, will be your fixes, followed by your observations and your suggestions. and I apologize in advance if I mess up your username. In most likelihood, I will. So, Level XL says, when you update your Skyrim, restart your Xbox right after. Hopefully that prevents crashing. My game crashed too, and when I reset it, everything was all good so far. Jim Gavalas says, delete everything, hard reset, install the game again, hard reset the mods, hard reset, and start over in Xbox One, the fat one. It's working for me. And this is the last one that I could find for Xbox, but the information looks like it could be very helpful. So a commenter, Gabriela Blanco, said, I'm having an issue on Xbox Series S where I can't access old modded saves, and even new games seem affected. After the loading screen, you get a black screen with audio only. Reinstalling the game didn't fix it. I didn't even buy the Anniversary Edition. Frustrating. Which another commenter, Zhoobs, replied that I'm on Xbox One X and I have the exact same problem. Haven't found any fixes either. They later sent in an edit that states, was able to fix the problem by disabling all my follower mods, then loading the game, then saving, then loading out and enabling the mods back. Hope this helps. Also heard that starting a new game with all your mods and letting it play for a couple of minutes and returning to the menu, then loading your save works. So hopefully you will find something there for the Xbox people to be able to fix your game, and hopefully more people will comment soon. And thank you to the ones on Xbox who fixed it and did comment. Now on to the PlayStation 4 comments, and I assume if you didn't state what it was, that it was PS4, so it was placed here. So, See No Evil, See No AI states, so I installed the update and everything seems fine, thankfully. I deleted all my mod saves and then I loaded on my last save on an unmodded save and everything worked fine and I haven't crashed yet. Mike Walters comments, got the Anniversary Edition, got the 0KB glitch, no saving, no description for some races when starting a new game, dialogue missing during the execution. I disabled mods and still had the same problem. Deleted all mods and started a new game with no issues. The new vanilla AE looks great. I did go back and get the Stump Stash mod so I could get 50,000 to start off my archery training from the deviant little elf in Riverwood. Fun starting over again. So the next comment is from PressTheButtonAbove, and I do believe I found a couple from them, so they must have had a few issues. This first one reads, okay, after several reinstalls, I'm able to play Skyrim on my PS4 again after buying that shitty Anniversary Edition. What works for me was delete everything Skyrim related. I still hate it though. Lost a really good mage build, 300 hours plus of game time. Reinstalled it and updated it. Downloaded the CC content. Then some lightweight mods like the USSEP Sarcastic Dragon's loading screen. Started, worked. Now I can play vanilla with some really lightweight mods. But I am now in the process of finding out which graphic mods works. Most overhaul mods don't want to work on my end though, so I'm stuck with shitty werewolf now, but better than not being able to play. This is another comment that I found from PressTheButtonAbove. Hopefully I have these in the right order. So this is, they state, so I am on the PS4. I had problems with the Anniversary Edition last few days, but now I can play just fine. I have some, not all, CC content, but it seems the backpack CC content was what ruined my game. I have now almost all CC content except backpack, horse armor, and player homes, because Breeze Home is best. I also modded my game, some graphic mods, and some overhauls. Infinite perk points, city overhauls. I believe it's the Great Cities of Skyrim one, Bridges of Skyrim, etc., without any problems. Alternate start mods seemed bugged because of survival mode and won't start or won't turn off anymore, so Helgen it is. I also try to keep my save file at a minimum, but don't really know if that helps. but I could play since yesterday with what I had explained here and haven't had the 0KB bug since. Oh, and I restart my PS4 completely when I downloaded a bunch of mods, CC content, or made bigger changes in my load order. So maybe that helps someone else too. Now, one thing I want to chime in here real quick is they did state that they were running some overhauls, some perk points, city overhauls. Now, I have been told that those can clash with the CC content, so they were lucky, but you do need to be careful of that. There will be some information later on about things that can clash. So just remember, this is what worked for them. So here is part of a comment. This is from Valerio Giovane, who states, I have also the same problem as yours. Got the 0KB glitch and I don't know how to move. I want to delete all my mods that I have, but whenever I enter the mod list, there are none. And it does continue on. But the person that answered them, Mike Walters, says, I deleted all my mods, deleted all save data. Then I restarted the PS4 and began a completely new game. I added 4 mods back now, one at a time, and I make sure that the game will save each time I add a mod. So far, I have Stump Stash, Rich Merchants, Arcane Enchanter, In Breeze Home, and Better Faster Horses added to my mod list. This comment is brought to us by CJ's Devil, who states, this 0KB glitch was happening to me as well. I couldn't find a way to fix it, so what I decided to do was I just deleted my saves, every single one, because I would much rather start all over again than not be able to play a game that I upgraded to for $20. After deleting every single one of my saves and making sure nothing was there from my previous saves, it kept happening. So currently I have deleted the application and I am reinstalling it as I write this message. Update. It worked. No notifications popped up when I started the application claiming that I cannot save or anything like that. I'll start a new save and see what happens. Update 2. Well, I have tested out downloading mods, and it seems like most of them work. However, I have not continued to play with them. But I have been using popular console mods like Alternative Start and a handful of graphic and overhaul mods. I've clicked New and it started in the Alternative Start room as usual. I have not tried to save in this room and I have not tried to start a new game. But I was able to start it with no problem, so assuming that if I played through I could possibly save. Now I do want to say something here, and that is be very, very careful with the Alternative Start mods. Those have been causing a lot of issues. If you have survival mode on, you do not want to have that mod in your load order because the two clash, and it often causes you not to be able to turn the survival mode off, so you will be stuck with it, and that's saying that that's all it does. But it did seem to work, at least for this person at this time. This next comment is brought to us by Stoned as Fudge, which is, this is the same comment I've shown in a video previously, but I am trying to pull those all together here, so you will be seeing some repeats. They state, for me, it became an ultimatum between mods and CC content. If I run both, I get the 0KB glitch. They later stated that they only had survival mode initially, camping, arcane accessories, and wild horses. Everything else was community mods. So with this update, which gave the option to download a plethora of CC content, they all combat with each other. They spent the day testing. I ran one game with all my mods installed and no CC content, and the game ran fine. I ran another game with all CC content and no mods, and it ran fine. But putting them all together just isn't the way to go right now. If I had the time, I could sort and pick some of the CC content and leave some behind to find a balance, but as you could imagine, that could take a very long time. Now quickly, I want to chime in here with, if you're somebody on Anniversary Edition and you download all the CC content, there have been several people that have researched it, and I believe what they have found, that CC content, all of it is taking up way too much space, and the CC content and mods share the same area, and that's causing issues, so you don't want to download all of it. You want to pick and choose. Our next comment comes from Altair Ahmed, who states, It took me one day to figure out which mods crashed my PS4. Same issues, can't save. I think I deleted all of them, but I lost Daedric items in my modded house, which I had to delete also. I play with basic capitals, it's ugly now. But so far, no messages of saving errors, and I can go fishing, youpie. I think they scammed me a little. I did ask if they could give what those mods were they were deleted, and they said that it was Craft Everything, Jump times 5, JK's mods, some of them worked for a few cities, Kill Move, Honeyside, Ruska House, The Manor of Breeze Home, Cabin Hunter. If I remember more, I will add. This next comment is brought to us by Omegafraz Gaming and is about if you had missing CC content that you had previously purchased. He says, Creation Club content needs to be reinstalled after the update. If you're using an old save that relied on CC content, know that the update uninstalled all the CC content you had downloaded. Re-download all your content that your save used and it should load. Edit. A lot of people disliked the unimmersive cluster of quests and items that got dumped into your inventory quest log at the start of the game, so they fixed it. He later on stated they changed the way the quests start so that you don't get the quest as a cluster at the start of the game after leaving Helgen. You need to go to the CC content page to find out how to start the quests. Obteh Cruz Sanchez comments, PS4 here. I'm able to play with a few mods on Anniversary Edition. Here's my load order. Less yellow filter, combat sound and attack impact, animated weapon enchants, mage grip spell, mysticism magic overhaul, adamant perk overhaul, thermology enchanting overhaul. And thank you very much. I'm probably mispronouncing some of that, a lot of that, but thank you very much for including the load order. That will be a very big help to people. Spencer Edmond comments, Hey y'all, I found the fix, but y'all ain't gonna like it. The mods from how I understand. Many of them were designed to run on the old vanilla code. This update, I think Bethesda rewrote the game, totally making many things unusable and any saved games where mods were installed. It treats these saves like corrupt data. The fix. Step 1. Uninstall the game. Step 2. Delete all of any saved game data offline online. Step 3. Reinstall the game. It should work. But until mods are able to run with this new update code, we have old school Skyrim with better graphics and some really awesome shit. I hope this helps. It sucks ass though that my mod list was short, but man, it was lit. Do not use mods after you do this till it is safe to do so. This comment is from Shawn Snyder, who states, Hope this helps. Worked for me on PS4. After update and buying Anniversary Edition with my mods also installed, kept getting the 0KB can't save. I uninstalled and reinstalled the game, but instead of downloading all the CC content, which you should get for free if you bought the Anniversary Edition, I just downloaded CC content I like and thought I might like to want to try out. So there is a lot of CC content I didn't download. Basically crap I don't find useful or cared about. But since I've done that, the game for 2 days have been playing with no problems and my mods. Hope this helps. I think CC content and community mod saves go to the same place and it's too much for the PS4. I'm not an expert on mods, lol, but I just thought I'd try it and it works, so I got some new CC content that looks like it will be cool and still have the community mods I can't play without, lol, or I wouldn't play anymore. Hope helps. So this next comment is once again brought to us by Omegafraz Gaming, and this was specifically tailored to somebody that I asked him to help out with that their Anniversary Edition, they really weren't in a situation to uninstall that, so that's why he does not have that step here. Otherwise, I assume he normally would suggest uninstalling it if the game is broken and is unplayable completely. But I still thought this was good information and definitely wanted to include it, and he can make any changes in the comment section down below that he needs to. So Omegafraz Gaming says that you want to remove all mods, rebuild your database, download your CC content, create a new game, create a clean hard save, start downloading mods one mod at a time, loading and creating a separate save from the original and overwriting it as you need until you get the 0KB save bug. Don't use that mod. Alternatively, you could choose not to use mods. This is recommended as you said you have the Pro, and when using mods, the Pro is a headache. If you choose to try mods, continue installing mods one at a time and save as before till you get the error again. Rinse and repeat. I don't use the Pro, but I know from my mod dev experience that the Pro doesn't play mods well on its own. CC content just makes it worse, and aside from that, you currently can't run old saves. You can remove any mods that add recipes to the forge, edit stat values or skill trees, or edit areas that Creation Club edits as they are incompatible. Don't use alternative start or quick start mods. And friends, I know you've been hearing in some of the error comments people are using those, but I can tell you that Omegafraz Gaming knows a lot more about this than any of us, since he did work with the mod developers. So that there at the very end, the things that he says that you want to steer clear of, if you're having mass issues, that's why I included this, you want to steer clear of those for the time being, okay? They are not compatible with the CC content. And real quickly, thank you, Omegafraz Gaming, for your help with that person. And I hope, I haven't seen a message from you, KK but I sincerely hope that you were able to get your game working. So in this next comment, I think they were talking about 0KB. There's so many comments to go through, guys. But this is brought to you by Valerio Giovane, who said, at Brandon Smith, I deleted all my old savings, back up them before deleting them, and deleted the game. Then I reinstalled the game, the 120 patch, and the anniversary expansion. Now the game runs well, of course. I've got to create a brand new character. I also tried to install a couple of mods, wear multiple rings, marry almost anyone, and leveling faster just to see if the game crashes again. Seems the black clouds are away for now. This comment by Scotty Manson says, tough decision is to uninstall Skyrim and reinstall it, but I recommend to start a new character, no mods, no CC, then in all of whatever you want when you get out of Helgen, of course. Warning though, installing every CC will always cause a crash or mess up the PS4. For me, I uninstalled Skyrim and I'm only going to download a few of the CC to not corrupt the PS4. This comment, brought to us by Praise, says, I have resolved all the bugs on PS4 Pro by doing this. Uninstalling Skyrim, reboot the PS4, reinstall Skyrim, reinstall all CC content, and finally it doesn't have problems. You can put this method in a video if you want. I did pray. And in any case, now the reason I'm including this also is to show, again, everybody is different, and one person that found if they installed all the CC content, it crashed them, which I believe it would for most. Another person found they had no problems. This is why there is no fix-all, guys. As you can see, every person has a different situation that they're dealing with. That brings us to the end of people's fixes for their games. This next section is general information, observations people have made, and theories as to what might be causing all of the issues. And it is all kicked off once again by the one and only Omegafraz Gaming, who has been helpful enough to give us some more information on the 0KB glitch, and states in his comment, just a minor addition, the 0KB save glitch can also happen if you have too many mods installed. The game has a bug where it does not remove the data and update the free mod space when you uninstall all mods, meaning the display on how much free mod space you have may not be accurate, allowing you to easily go over the mod data cap even if you've uninstalled your mods. I often wondered if the CC content used up your mod space, as the number in the mod many doesn't seem to be accurate, reflecting free mod space, so in my opinion that makes sense. Currently, I have all CC content installed and and the only mods I have installed are bug fixes, ENB mods, and it works fine. The correct way to uninstall a mod is for you to move it to the bottom of your load order, then disable it. Then uninstall the mod, then rebuild your database. Ideally, you should do this for every mod individually. I have the backpack mod installed. If it is causing issues, it is because the crafting location for a lot of the CC content dumps the items under miscellaneous in the forge, which if you have too many items under one section in the forge, it causes issues. Cyan49's forge mod fixes a lot of that, and you can get a look at the stupid amount of items under miscellaneous even after the mod is installed. MaxStoryTeller comments, it seems that mods affected by the update are those that modifies weight in any way, crafting mods, there's a mod that creates a submenu in the forge separating vanilla crafting and modded crafting, try it out, mods that modify stats, mods that alters the landscapes, edit, mods that affects the AI in my case. I believe that forge one that he's talking about might be the one that Omegafraz Gaming was talking about Cyan49's, but I am not certain that that is what Max is talking about. Liam Barrett says in his comment, I just got the anniversary edition the day it came out and was running mods and everything was just fine, but as soon as I downloaded all the CC content you get for free, besides the stuff that comes with anniversary edition and special edition now, i.e. survival, fishing, etc. Then I got the issue. So the theory of them just mixing at the moment makes a lot of sense to me. V10, or possibly VL, or maybe not either, I'm sorry, I do not know, states, the problem for the PS4 is the Creation Club uses the same very minimal 1 GB of storage that is allocated to mods. After all the CC downloads from Anniversary Edition, there is about 17 megabits left over to work with. Anything over that, and you hit the 0KB bug. Fixes are minimal. You can run without mods, but people will still hit the 0KB on occasion unless they are constantly deleting old saves. I've gotten the game to work using a handful of mods with CC, but even then, at random, I sometimes hit 0KB and have to go back to an older save and delete the old saves to free up room. Another person testing the limitations of the allotted space for mod and CC content is WoundedOCE, who states in their comment, with my testing having less than 834 megabytes of free space using 100 mods with 10 CC creations will cause the 0KB bug. I am currently testing and it seems I can reach 12 CC creations with more than 836.99 MB free space without having this issue. I can't exactly remember, but the most CC creations I've installed using 100 mods is 14, not including automatically installed free content, with 840 megabytes free space, and I wasn't encountering the 0KB bug. Our final comment from someone that was testing what was causing the 0KB bug with their game comes to us from Scrumpit Boy, who says in their comment here, through extensive testing and many hours of fiddling, if you download every single Creation Club piece of content, you can add 2 to 4 mods depending on size. For now, I have the USS EP and a storage mod, and my game is still going good after a good amount of time into the game. Any more than that will either start the 0KB glitch and corrupt any save you made previously, or it will allow you to play for a little bit, but then cause the 0KB glitch. So as you can see, friends, from what they've been testing and theorizing and finding out, and what my own opinion is of it, is there's just not enough room. The CC content and the mods, especially for Anniversary, the CC content, it's pushing the game to its limits. You take on top of that the changes made to the game in the way it runs, its code, things of this nature, the fact that the mods and the CC content were built off of the old code, and at least in my opinion, it's easy to see why the game is so messed up for so many. This comment is to do with the PC version of Skyrim and is brought to us by Omegafraz Gaming, who states, On the PC, the issues is the mod rely on the Skse to work, but they changed the framework of Skyrim PC, meaning the Skse needs to be remade from scratch. Also, many mods load order specific, meaning they need to be updated every time they add CC content, as it alters your master files whether you had them installed or not, so you can't mod it with any mod that requires the Skyrim script extender or requires a specific master file to load order. Also, that makes sense since scripts are very touchy, and crazy cart glitch for some instance is caused by too many mods installed change the scripts. He goes on to say, also, if you edit any files on PC, be sure to make a backup copy of your Skyrim folder just in case. It will save you a potential headache. And Omegafraz Gaming, reading all of that PC talk gave me a headache. But hey, if you have PC, I hope that helps you out. Hello, Golden Wolf. I hope you have a good day too, friend, and thank you for always watching the videos. Oh, thank God. I'm finally done reading all that. You remember how I stated at the beginning I've been working for this on this for a day? It's a lot longer now, believe you me. The problem with Share Factory is it's a pain in the ass that not only does it shrink the stuff down that I'm trying to read on your comments, it also apparently slows down the NPCs walking, because that's not normal. And it wasn't doing that in game. This is Share Factory doing this. But also it makes me take and have to make multiple copies of this video to continue recording dialogue, and yeah, this is taking forever. But if there is hopefully something here that can help you, it's worth it. Now, I do want to state that any of these potential fixes, just because again they worked for one person doesn't mean they're going to work for everybody, but any that do, it is that person that commented that you owe all the thanks and all the gratitude to, not me. I'm just going through and getting the comments and trying to find a way to save them, but it was them that took the time to comment their fixes could be the reason that your games get fixed. And I sincerely hope they do, because I really hope I didn't do all that for nothing. I know it's not going to help a lot of people. That's the unfortunate thing about it. I really wish that there was a fix-all, that I could just release a single video and state, you know, with 100% certainty that you do this, it fixes it. But the game is just so broken in so many ways, that's not possible. And honestly, I really don't think it's going to be. And Share Factory, why are you slowing it down like that? That is, again, not actually the game footage. That's Share Factory doing that. So, in closing, I just want to say, if you've made it this far, thank you very much. I don't know when this video is going to get up, because the length of time it's taken to work on it. I still have to now go back into the video, try to find timestamps to where it is my hopes, with as hard as I worked on it, you'll watch it all the way through at least one time, because there could be multiple issues. If one fix don't work for you, maybe another one will. But I realize that a lot of you, if you need to come back in, don't want to have to search through the whole video again, so I'm going to try to put timestamps for this, which I'm not a professional at this, as ought to be obvious by now. So those timestamps may not work. I might have to stick them in the pinned comment section, but I'm going to try to put them in the description box. But that means I got to go back in, I got to write down the information, try to... It's going to be something. So if you don't have a video up from me for a few days, then you know why. But if you've made it this far in the video, thank you very much for watching it. Thank you for all your comments and everything. You are the reason why this video was possible. Your potential fixes, I sincerely hope that they will help somebody. That was the reason why, like I said, I went through and pulled all of these out to try to keep them and from getting lost. And I know I probably didn't catch everybody's, but I hope there's something here that will help you. So this video is long enough and I need a break. I'm going to let you guys go. Take care, everybody, and I hope that it helps you. Thanks for watching. This has been a Streaming Freedom Video Bulletin. Peace out.